Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. I am Rachel, as in Rachel G. Palmistry, or if you want to go by my name, Rachel Galbreath. And thanks for joining us here tonight on SPTV. And that's an interesting comment line there. Okay. What's going on? All right. Sometimes things like that happen. What can I say, right? But anyway, thanks. I know I'm usually the palmist at 10:30 my time, or your time, right? Yeah, 10:30 your time. But I am filling in, so I am here earlier. Hey. So here's the deal. I read palms. Yes, I've been doing it for quite a long time, over 30 years, if you're not familiar with me. And you can actually have your palm read via this situation online. What you have to do is, if it is your first time getting your hand read by me, focus on the hand that you write with, which is called your dominant hand. So the hand that you would actually sign, to grab a pen and sign your name with. Okay, so for me, that would be my right hand. And you grab your cell phone and you take a photo of your palm from the wrist, including all the very tips, all of the entire hand. Make it as clear as possible so I can see those lines. And also make sure that it's not kind of squished together or anything. So just kind of, make it nice and flat like that. And send it into the email that's probably pinned somewhere. Not pinned yet. Okay. All right. That email will be pinned in just a moment. Okay. And then, so we're going to do, I say we. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to about myself in plural. Why not, right? Why not? Why not? We are going to read some poems, and then toward the end, I'm going to pull cards for people because I have a tendency to, shall we say, talk, right? And so I can go on and on and on when I read poems. So that's why I have Sir Richard in my ear here, and to keep things on track so that I can get as many readings done as possible. And then when time dwindles down, I will do tarot cards for people. One card, very quick reading. Whoever is left that wants to have some kind of a reading, that'll be toward the end of tonight's show. Now, again, for the cards, I picked a tarot deck. And it's the deck that I have actually been using quite a lot lately. And it is called the Light Seers Tarot Deck by Chris Ann. I always like to give the creators of these, of cards and of anything, credit, okay, for illustrations and all the work and effort they put into it. But it is a tarot deck. Now, why did I pick a tarot deck for today? Well, we know that summer solstice, Letha, midsummer, whatever you want to call it, just happened. Mercury retrograde went direct. But now Jupiter is in retrograde. So what does that have to do with anything, you might ask? Well, guess what? Jupiter's on your hand. That's right. Your index finger. That's Jupiter, aka Zeus. Now, what it means when a planet is going in retrograde, that means it appears to be going backward. Okay, so therefore the energy that that planet or that god represents isn't going the way things normally should, right? So let's say Mercury, when it was in retrograde, which is also on your hand, which is the pinky, and in the type of palmistry I do, he is that backbone of truth. Like the sun is outside, It is June, right? Fact, very black and white, fact-oriented type of person, right? I'm calling Hermes, aka Mercury, a person. Okay. Well, if it went into retrograde, even if you were to tell somebody the truth about a situation or how something went wrong, more likely than not, there would be a miscommunication, even if you were saying the truth. Why is that? Because Mercury was giving the appearance of going backwards astrologically. Okay? So, with Zeus, aka Jupiter, being in retrograde right now, this is why I chose tarot. Because tarot is more problem specific than oracle cards, okay? For me, in the way I work anyway. And Jupiter has to do with that self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. I mean, it's Zeus, right? Zeus, come on. So, a lot of people are going to be questioning what they have done, the decisions that they have made. And that's going to affect everything. Because they're going to quietly on the inside not only be thinking about the things that they are doing on, like right now, today, but they're going to be reflecting and pondering on those things that they have gone through in the past and the decisions that they have made in the past. It's almost like, oh my, maybe I shouldn't have done that 2 years ago. Maybe I shouldn't have left my job. Maybe I should go find new work. Maybe I should do this, right? So that's why I chose tarot. Okay? So we can see what we really need to focus on. All right, so we have some hellos. Hello, Richard. Okay. Okay. Wow, this is really big on my screen. Hi, Melly. Thank you for joining on Facebook. Good to see you. Hey, Miss Loretta Rose. Good to see you. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Hi, Susan. Thank you for sharing. If you could only hear what was going on in my headphones right now, everybody. Hi, Tony. Cards will be toward the end. Hope we have time. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, okay. Hi, Petra. Love the name. Hello, Anne. Thank you for joining. Michelle. Wow. It's been a while. Thanks for stopping by. Fiona. Hello, how are you today? Carissa. First time. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, Nadine. Thank you for watching tonight, tuning in. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Mary. Hi, Linda. Another first timer. Hi, welcome, Jade. Welcome. Pamela, Miss Pamela. Hello. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Terry. Keep up the good work, Terry. Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining us this evening. Hi, Rhonda. And for all of you, hi, Natasha. For all of you that are just, this is your first time here, hi, Shanex. I'm going to say Shanex. Go try that, okay? But for all of you that are just, this is your first time joining and actually watching a production of SPTV, hi, Anne. Please make sure you check out all of the other people that make SPTV what it is, okay? So go to the website, Check out all the other shows. Hi, Allison. Please, it's spiritualpsychicstv.com. There's so much going on there. Hi, Suzanne. And if you become a patron, hi, Kim. It's been forever and a day since I've seen your name. Thank you for watching. Hope we can connect. Hope we have time. Hi, Elaine. So it's because of people like you become a patron, right? There are different levels. It keeps all these readings free for people. Hi, Annalie. Love the name. So check it out. And I mean, we have all different types of mediums. Hi, Myra, right? Myra, I'm so sorry. I almost completely messed up your name. Please excuse me. Hi, Pamela. And hello, Nicola. I almost screwed up that name too. What's going on? It's Jupiter. I'm blaming Jupiter, people. So, let's get this started. How's that sound, right? Let's do this. All right. Wendy's first. We're going to be doing a palm reading. Now, some of the names I have for lines and areas of the hands, you're probably, if you are familiar with palmistry, you may sit back and be like, what'd she just say? Well, it's because I kind of am an amalgamation of a ton of different styles, methods, ideologies. So yeah, been doing it for over 30 years. That kind of happens, okay? So if you do have any questions at all about any of the readings I give or any of the people that I do readings for, if any of you that received a reading tonight have questions, please just reach out and ask. I'm more than willing to answer any question you have, truly, okay? So, Wendy. All right, so I really wish I knew how long you had been wearing that ring on that finger. Right off the bat, though, let me tell you, you have a water palm, okay? But the interesting thing, though, is that your fingers are very earth-like. Now, that is a combination. It's a little tricky, because what happens to a garden or a plant if you overwater it? It won't grow, right? There goes that crop. There goes that crop. There's that, right? Now, the interesting thing about your hand, what is really sticking out at me very prominently, is not only your thumb, not only the fact that you have a ton of lines on your palm itself, but the fact that your Saturn finger is so very, very much longer than the rest of your fingers. Now, which is Saturn? Saturn is the bad middle finger, okay? Now, as you can see, he's even up farther in placement on the palm than the other fingers. Now, Saturn stands for that militant, like, yes, we're getting it done now, no matter what. So toes will get trampled on. Things will get pushed aside, because if something needs to be done, Wendy, dear lady, you're going to get it done, okay? So people will come to you, and they will ask and ask and ask. The other thing is, if you just started wearing that ring on Apollo, which is the ring finger, you need to start practicing better self-care. You need to understand that it's not all up to you. Not all up to you. There are other people that can actually step up and help and do things for themselves if need be. Because with the water hand that you have, right? Now, you have so much ability in your hand, and you have so many sister lines, they're called, which actually run. This is the lifeline right here, okay? Right here. I'm gonna go like that. There we go. So this is the lifeline, and this is the Mount of Venus. These lines that run parallel with the lifeline, those are called sister lines, and those are those energies, benevolent, meaning good energies out there in heaven, spirit, source, whatever, on the other side, that kind of help protect us, guide us from those things that could potentially create a lot of anxiety and just, problems, situations that could potentially create things like health issues further on down the road, because that's all angst. The lines that run this way toward the lifeline, you can see mine, I got a lot of them here, right? Those are actually, okay. It's okay. Now, those, okay. So these lines are actually lines that represent situations brought on by other people. And it represents angst, represents things that you just can't shake, that you think about all the time, and they influence you in a physical level as well. So, Wendy, if you just started wearing that ring on that finger, if you could please tell me if you just did start, I would appreciate it. Because if you did, then you have to take it easy. You are going to have to start explaining to people how you feel right up front. It's like, I'm afraid I can't do that right now because this is how I feel. Okay? And don't shy away from that. You might not want to do it for fear that it will make somebody angry. And why I say that part is because of the size of your thumb, and also how far up on your hand your thumb is placed. Meaning, if you were to go like that, your thumb joint would be up farther, closer to Jupiter, okay? And that means that there is a facet of you that actually finds validation from people saying, hey, Wendy, that was great. Thanks for helping me out. It makes you feel like you belong. And that's not a flaw. That's being human, right? That's all that is. That's just part of being human. But take that pause. Hit the pause button. Hit the pause button. Take even 5 minutes for yourself. Okay, yeah, then it is your energy saying, hey, Wendy, we need a little break right now. Okay, so if you feel like you can't take a break, then be creative. Be super creative. Just get out there, get paint, do whatever you want to do. If you feel like baking something, you can even do that. Just put all that energy and that angst somewhere else, because it's not for you to hold on to. Okay? It's not. So, I hope that helped. And remember, this Jupiter retrograde. So when people start asking you, why do you feel this way? It could just be because Jupiter is in retrograde. They might not even understand that. But the things that you say, because of how intuitive you are, it might get a little misconstrued in translation. So be aware of that. Okay? All right. You're going away soon? Perfect. This is a perfect time for you then. Yes, absolutely. And you really do need to write a book. You do have the mark on your hand over in the Mount of Luna, or Selene, Greek Roman, right? Right here, that says that you need to write. So, have you written a book? Have you written a pendulum book? Think about it. Think about it, Wendy, and I hope that helped. Because I could go on and on with your hand. Really good. Yeah, okay. All right, so do we have anybody next? Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. All right. So everybody who is sending in a photo of their palm, if you could just say who you are in the chat when you were yeah, in the subject heading of the email, okay? Because just sending in a blind palm with having a different name in chat, the names have to correspond, or else, because I do not read palms of people who are not within chat. I feel like I don't have their permission. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing. Okay, so Mary Haggard. Okay, I'm looking forward to this. Hmm. So remember, everybody, if you do have questions, even Wendy, if you do have a question, reach out, okay? So Mary, look at your hand. Now I'm assuming that this is the hand that you write with. It's a left hand. Kudos to you for hanging in there as a lefty, okay? So you are right-brained right off the bat, meaning you are an artistic soul. You have a way of doing things that says Mary did this. Okay, so kudos. So everybody knows, everybody understands you and that personality flair that you do have, because you do have one, Mary. Yes, you do. Now, looking at your hand, one of the things that pops out immediately at me is that your wisdom line does not touch your lifeline. Now, when I see that, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Now, this is my hand. This, let me get it right here. This is the lifeline, okay? That whole big line down there. And this that goes across is the wisdom line right through here, okay? Now, as you see up here on me, they pinch together, right? Yours do not. That happens when in a past life you were prevented from completing something. So you pretty much came into this world very wise. Very, very wise. Okay? It's not that you know everything that happened in your past life, but you have an innate ability to just kind of know how things are going to play out, how things are going to pan out, as they say, right? So people will come to you for guidance. They'll come to you for an opinion. They will come to you and say, should I do this? And they will go by whatever you say, because you have that authority built into you, into every cell of your being, okay? Now, the other thing is that Saturn and Apollo are close together on your hand. Now, remember, this is Saturn and this is Apollo, okay? This is the middle finger and this is the ring finger. When that happens on a hand, that means that there's a part of you that feels that you can't really just be you all the time, that you have to assume a role with the people that you are that are around you or that you are around, okay? Whether it be family, friends, whatever. Mary, just be you. Just be you. You have such great line work on your hand. You are highly intuitive. You also have a higher purpose line, which is right here. I can see just a little bit of it, like a shadow, okay? It's above the lifeline and below the join line for the Jupiter finger. It's in between and it's right on the side. And that means that you are here for a higher purpose, Mary. No pressure. No pressure. but in all honesty, you have so much to give that you don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to like put up a front, a little protection wall, and pretend to be something that you're not. You don't. Just be you, because that's who people love. They can see through it. They can see through it, and they feel what you are feeling. Okay? So, why I'm saying all this is because people that have those markings on their hand, they are the ones that make changes for the better in their community, in their families, in politics, and we can go on and on. It could get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, how far you want to make the change, because that is how much stamina and how much honesty you have, a person that has a hand like yours. Okay? So hang in there and just be yourself. And that might sound kind of hokey, but that I really think you need to hear that. Just be you. Be honest. Just be you. Speak your personal truth. All right, Mary, I hope that helped a little bit. Because you have to understand how important you are to many, many people. You have lines going up through the center of your hand that says just how important you are to people. The fact that they are there, the fact that they are deep, says that you are very important to many people. Okay? So if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, you can find me on SPTV's website under their directory, or you can even just find me on Facebook and almost everywhere, pretty scattered across the internet here and there. But I welcome any question. Okay. So I hope that helped. Okay. On Facebook, there is somebody kind of fishing for readings. Just ignore them, report them. Do not reply to them. Just, yeah, it's being taken care of. But if they do approach you outside of here or anything like that, just report it, and report to Facebook, and it'll get taken care of. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing that happens when you go live. Sometimes they just pop up. So if we could get a little bit of help in reporting it, just speak up let somebody know, hey, you know, I'm being approached by some random person to book a reading with them. Well, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, just report it, report it, report it. And Mary, I wish I could give you a hug. I don't know why. I feel like I need to give you a big hug, Mary. It's okay to be you. It is. It's really okay to be you. I like that. I like what you just said, Richard. Quick. Okay, it's all right. What was the name again? No, it does not. Mhm. Okay. Grace. Grace Smith. You are next. um, okay, so everybody, make sure that the files, if you are computer savvy, make sure that the photos that you send in are on the smaller end of file size, okay, if you are familiar with those terms. Because what happens is that the email that all the pictures get sent to just gets filled up, and then everything starts to bounce back to the sender. So if you can do that, please try to keep the file size down. I know it's, hey, tech stuff. Yeah. Oh boy. Where is she? Just bring her in. Like, oh, half your palm's missing. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay, we got this. We got this, everybody. We got this. Just so you know, I pulled a card for the day. I haven't actually posted it anywhere yet, but if you're curious, I pulled the Empress. Ah, I know, right? The Empress, which is a major arcana card. So major change is afoot. Okay. So here you go, Grace. Look at you and your hand. I love it. I love it. I love the fact that your fingers are so, I'm going to say the word squished, but I don't mean anything bad by it, but they're just so tight together at the base on the bottom segments where they join into your palm. And the thing about hands and the type of palmistry that I do is that your fingers are what you interact with in society, right? Like you use your fingers to grab things, you use your fingers to grab hold of somebody's hand, right? You don't really use your palm per se, do you? So your fingers are what people interact with first. And your fingers are a completely different element than your palm. Yeah. You have 3 elements going on in your whole hand. That's a lot of stuff. There's earth, air, water, fire. Okay? Now, your palm is very, very air-like, also has a twinge of water. Mercury is earth. Apollo, air. And I can't see the tips of the other 2, but I'm inclined to say that Jupiter also has an air tendency. Now, what does all that mean? Well, that means that who you are to the core is somebody who feels things so differently than the people around you. You hold on to it to the point of where you have to be told to let it go. And that's okay. That's okay. It's just that you also have those lines that do not touch together, just like in the last one. Your wisdom line does not pinch together at the beginning with your lifeline. So you also are here to make a change for the better for people, whether it be those right around you, in your general locale, community, family, friends, or even bigger, right? It's how far do you want to take it? Key is your fingers. Because if you are going to be divvying up any kind of political advice or any kind of like counsel advice, right? They're going to interact with the tips of your fingers first. And do you see how your fingers splay out? They're farther apart, and then the more they get to know you, the more closed off you are. It's okay. I get it. And that's because of this wateriness. And I often use this example. And I just used this with a client before I came on live here tonight. Or it's actually the afternoon for me. I'm in Ohio. Anyway, so as a water palm, you are in a boat on an ocean, right? Because that's water, hey, right? And you are just trying to find some solid land. Just trying to find peace and quiet so that you can just rest and stop rowing through all this mess, right? But then people will just come up to you in boats and just dump their problems in your little boat. Meaning emotions are water, okay? In palmistry and in tarot and in oracle, across the board. So they will come to you and they will dump their problems on you. Hey, Grace, oh my gosh, you're never going to guess what happened. They pour it in your boat and then they row away. And you're like, man, I got to get this water out of my boat. So then you stop and you take the water out, and then here comes somebody else. There is a fine line between actually helping somebody stand on their own versus actually creating an enabling situation. And what do I mean by that? Let them in. Let the people in. Keep going. Say instead of just stop what you're doing and letting them dump all the water in your boat and making you stop and pause from your ultimate goal, say, hey, I'm going this way. Come on, let's go this way. Keep talking. Go ahead, keep talking. Okay? It's a completely different perspective. And yes, I'm rowing the boat for you, Grace, okay? But your thumb may prevent you from actually doing that, because the bigger the thumb is, there it implies, okay, that there is kind of a need for validation, meaning that you are doing something right, that you would like to hear that. So remind yourself, you don't need to hear that. You are so much stronger, in fact, that people come to you to share their problems with. People come to you to find an answer to a situation that they can't find an answer for. That's how important and that's how strong you are. But your natural defense mechanism is to just kind of keep people just right here and not let them in to see who you really are. Let them in. Let them in. So, I hope that helped. I also quickly want to tell you, yeah, you know you're an empath. I can see it based on the shape and how this arches up on your hand. I bet it's very pillow-like. So please read up on the different types of empaths, and your relationships will just change all across the board. It will change because the way you are trying to set boundaries right now might not be the healthiest, especially given the fact that Jupiter is in retrograde. I hope that helped, Grace. If you have any questions, reach out. Okay. And my little ear thing. Okay. More technical stuff, everybody. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. Perfect, Grace. Perfect. Hi, Samantha. Guess what? You're getting a reading. Buckle up. All right. Looking forward to this. Yeah. I am not. Shame on you. See, one of these days, I'm gonna pull the headphone thing out, and everybody's gonna hear. Everybody should just do that. Just should do that. Samantha, look at your great hand. Wow. Okay. I'm having a heck of a time with these little ear thingies. Woo, all right. Yes, perfect. Now, we have a mole. Oh, yes, what does that mean? Anytime there is a mole, paper cut, a scar, even a wart, okay, a blister, anything, even where you wear your rings means something. Now, the fact that this is a mole and it is in the Mount of Venus, what does that say? That means I almost said we again, gotta pay close attention to that aspect of who you are. Now, what does this area stand for? This area, even though it's Venus, has nothing to do with love. Instead, it has to do with your interactions with people. So there is an interaction with somebody that you need to pay close attention to. And why do I say that? Because it's right on top of those if you've been watching from the beginning, it's right on top of those negative event lines that go over to the lifeline. They start here from the base of the thumb and they go over to the lifeline. Now, you can see on your own hand, if you look at your hand, Samantha, you'll see that that mole that's right here, right, about this area right here, is right on top of a bunch of them. But do you see what happens to those lines on the other side of the mole, closer to your lifeline? As of now, that mole represents a divine intervention from spiritual side, okay? So we're talking guardian angel, friends, family out there on the other side that basically took the hit, took the sting, took the instant pain away from a situation so that you could be you. Now, I want you to notice your lifeline directly across from that mole, okay? Again, we're looking down in this area. So if this mole is right here, and this is your lifeline, right across from it, you will see a triangle. That triangle represents the event, okay? Now, I will tell you that the anxiety that you have been through, you've been through a lot of ups and downs when you were younger. And it's going to be hard not to ruminate over those things that have happened. And why do I say that? Because you have anxiety lines going through your lifeline. And it happens on and off throughout your life. But right there at that triangle, that's the pinnacle. And I want you to know that you are being looked after on the other side, because that is what that mole means. The fact that those lines do not go through the mole and keep on and hit your lifeline means that they are actually helping as much as they can on the other side, okay? So why am I so intently talking about that area? Is because of that triangle. When you have a little island like that on any line, that is an incident. So this is one event, okay? You're going to be fine. And you may be panicking, I don't know, because I'm talking about a lifeline, but no. Look on the other side of that event. Your line is fine. You're going to be fine. It's just who wants to be upset? Who wants to feel yucky, right? So just take care of you. Now, I also want to point out something. That on your relationship line, which is this top line here, some people call it the love line or the heart line, right? Now, on that, it is very, very deep. But you also have some very fine lines shooting out from the beginning of it. Now, see, I read my relationship line starting over here. Some people read it from starting over here, but I read it from over this way. So with those fine lines, what that means is there are people in your family, right, or people that are close to you that you knew in past lives. So you are repeating a situation with people you knew before. Focus on that. Really, really scrutinize the actions of these people around you. Because remember, these situations are all caused from interacting with others. And that is an incident. If it can be avoided, should be avoided. Okay? So I hope that helped. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. Because I could go on and on. I really, really can. Oh, Richard. Yeah, okay. I hear you. I hear you. Really? Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, we have some things coming up, some shows coming up. This is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time, so that would be 3 p.m. in the afternoon here in Eastern Daylight in the US for any of us Americans. And we have Live with Spirit. Who will be on, Richard? Okay. Okay, we have another American joining the party. Hey! And her name is Lisa. It will be her first time on. And she does a lot of really interesting things. Please question her about it. Yes, she does tarot. She does crystal readings. She does medium work. She does shamanism. So please tune in. Remember, tomorrow. This is tomorrow night. It's on YouTube and on Facebook simultaneously. Okay. Right, and then Thursday night, we have a trance medium, and that is open to people who are patrons, meaning VIP, okay? And that's through Zoom, isn't it? Yeah, that's through Zoom. So if you are a patron, aka a member, right, you could, yeah, you may or may not have access because it is a limited amount of people that can actually join in on that, right? Okay, tomorrow night is Lisa Fry. That's her full name. Okay, but for the trance medium on Thursday, that's like limited number of people, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, Richard is just boasting about how great she is. So if you can, catch it. If you can. Absolutely. I'm doing I'm doing cards. I'm doing cards. I'm gonna switch over to cards now. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay. Okay. Hi, Josh. Thanks for joining. Hi, Lori. Hi, Heidi. And for any of those that I didn't get to, I apologize. Hello from Turkey. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Please tune in. Again, I am here fortnightly, aka bi-weekly. Okay. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm usually on later on in the day. Actually, it's the evening for you. Hi, Heidi. See, there's someone else talking about Lisa. So, hey, tune into it, everybody. Okay. Shan X. Shan X. I am murdering names tonight. I apologize. Okay. You are getting a card. And as I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Here's your card. Ooh, look at you. Queen of Wands. Look at all that fire, that energy, the happiness that you have. This is all the hard work paying off. That's how I feel. And thank you for saying about the palm messages. Thank you, Shan. I just now read that part of that. Now, this is you. All that hard work you have been putting into things, it's starting to pay off. I mean, what you are actually celebrating here in this image, because this represents you, is this. It's like, yes, I finally did it. Yes, look at this. Your energy. That's what this is about. This is a fire card. This is you recognizing your strength, recognizing, hey, I can actually work with my energy. And I don't know, Shan, do you do Reiki or anything, any kind of manifestation, anything? Because that is essentially what this is. Good things. Okay, good things. But since it is a short for Shanice, okay. So if you are actually working on manifesting something, meaning, bringing good fortune, prosperity into your life, understand this is a fire card. Fire needs to be fed in order to keep it going. Remember that. Okay? Alright. Yeah, I love these cards too, Shan. Now here, okay. B Tara? B Tara. I'll call you Tara. Okay? B Tara. Oh boy, I'm butchering all along here. I'm butchering every name. I apologize, but hey, guess what? You're getting a card. Yeah. So I apologize for that. About the name thing here. Oh, hey you, Richard. I will unplug these headphones. Okay. We got another fire card. Look at you, guarding that boundary. I'm going to ask you, Tara, since this is the 9 of Wands, and the 10 is basically throwing everything you have at a situation, is this you getting ready to just light it all on fire? Because I know that you can't really see this, but she isn't looking straight ahead. She's actually looking down at the viewer, like whoever is looking at the card. It's just a little blurry, so I don't know if you can see that. So she's standing there very tall and being like, look what I have. I can do this. I'll just set it all on fire. That's because the 10 is where every wand, everything that you have in your arsenal gets thrown at the problem. So this is right before that. So this is frustration. This is change. This is boundaries not being respected. This is you taking things, matters into your hands and handling it like a boss. I've never said that before in my life. So I've never said like a boss in my whole entire life. I don't know why I just said it. Hi, Allison. Absolutely. Let's hear. Temperance. You got the Temperance card. Oh. Major Arcana card. Okay. Major change. So, how well are you balancing things in your life right now? Because that's what this is about. This is baby stepping it. You need to baby step it. And you also need to pay it forward. I don't really know what that means, other than this is oftentimes associated with Pope cards and things like that, and the religious symbology that's usually in the Temperance card itself. You can see with the wings, the angel wings and everything in the background. And just as much as we have the sun, we also have the moon. And it's about that balance. It's about the light and the dark, and accepting people for who they really are, and actually showing and paying respect to those sides that people have. One is not better or greater than the other. We are who we are because we have that balanced in all of us. So focus on that for yourself, okay? And major changes will come out of it. Hope that helped, Allison. Carissa. quick shuffle here. The Knight of Swords. Where are you running off to? Look at this. You're wearing shorts. You have running shoes on. And you're heading toward a motorcycle. That's not very healthy. It's not. Now, I understand the rush. And these are swords. But understand that a sword has two edges, doesn't it? And if you hold that sword wrong, it will cut you just as much as your opponent. Okay? So be careful. And the choices that you have made so far in this card, aka the shorts and the running shoes and a motorcycle, how often do you see people wearing shorts, riding motorcycles, and wearing running shoes? That's not very, let's just hope you have good insurance. So be careful. Be careful. Retrace your steps, okay? Look back on what you're doing, and this Jupiter retrograde is really important for you right now. So if you can, look at your natal chart, okay? And find out where Chiron is. Chiron, okay? And that will tell you how to handle that situation in a very delicate way. Okay. Hope that helped, Carissa. All right, Petra. Ooh, 9 of Cups. We have a water card. This is you under the water. This is the water line across here, okay? I hope you can see that. This is you submerged, being like, just getting rid of it. I've just had it. Just throw it. That's it. It's done. You have been holding on to so much that just like everybody that has a water hand, that everybody's water keeps getting dumped into, you held on to everything for everybody for so long that you went underwater. You did. The next card in this suit is the 10, which is the happy joy card. The 10 of Cups. It's the ultimate joy card. And why is that? Because you are finally going to start thinking about you instead of holding on to all this other stuff that people have put behind them. Let it go. You're meant to be happy. And this is solar plexus work. Also, communicate. Communicate. Her hair is blue, okay? Which is the throat chakra. Blue is the throat chakra, and yellow is the solar plexus, so your self-esteem, okay? Hope that helped. Okay. Lori, absolutely, you can get a card. That's right. You're so polite, saying please, thank you. Okay. Oh, Lori. The 5 of Pentacles, aka coins. Now, why are you thinking this way? Things are... I'm not laughing at you, Lori. I'm laughing at something that is going on in my headphones, Mr. Producer. Okay? Serious business here, okay? Now, Lori, this is just your thoughts. That's it. This isn't how things really are. This is you, okay? The thing with the 5 of Pentacles, aka the 5 of Coins, is almost like starving yourself just because, or penalizing yourself just because you think you need to be penalized. Okay, you need to be fined. No, you don't. And you can even easily get out of this situation because guess what? You even have the key. You even have the key. So this is self-imposed. This is not meant for you. This is not. The 5 is change. That's all it is. And once you understand that sometimes change is for the better, it is. It's just uncomfortable at first. Then you are going to be right as rain. And I don't even know why I said that. Again, another line I don't ever say. Okay? But it was like yelled in my head. Not by this person. Okay? Not by that person. He yells other things. Okay? Yeah. So I hope that helped. Okay, yeah, I actually did Carissa. Kelly! Hey, Kelly, where you been? Getting a card, lady. Big love to you, too. Oh, and I just shuffled these. Okay, Kelly, you got the Knight of Swords. What are you rushing off to? What are you trying to change? Some things are set into motion just to try us. You understand? Try us, our wills. And because of that, we are meant to see it happen. Now, again, be careful. This is a sticky situation. Divine intervention, which I did not point out before because that did not apply there, even though I pulled this card before. With this crow, okay, you are getting a message. So whoever, whatever you do, whatever ideology or path you pursue, Kelly, know that on the spiritual side of things, that pay attention to your dreams, okay? And the messages that you think you might be getting, they are actually messages. So you might want to write them down because it's all about this situation. Okay? I hope that helped. Yeah, you're getting more messages about it in your sleep than you are when you're awake. This is Stuart. Okay. All right, Stuart. Let me cut the cards here. Oh, you foul. Yes. What are you drinking over there? Oh, that's it. It's the lime. Okay, yeah. Okay. The producer's getting a little, you know. All right, Stuart. The 5 of Cups. Change again. And I'm freezing here. We're having some internet issues. The 5 of Cups. Look at this. Just letting things go. Letting it go. The 5 of Cups, all water. Everything about it is water. There is such sorrow in this particular card and the appearance of it, but let's really think about it. If this is change, maybe it is sorrow Because you are remembering everything that is in these bowls, meaning everything that you kept, all the little tokens, the little receipts, the stubs, the ticket stubs, everything that represents certain points in your life, right? Maybe it is time to let those things just kind of roll to the side and start anew, okay? Because that's what this is all about. This is about letting go and letting that energy go. Almost like pulling the plug out of a bathtub and watching all the water go down the drain. Okay? And you will come out the other side fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Now, I also want to say 2 things to you of advice, Stuart. Think and speak with your heart, and nothing will hold you back, and nothing will go wrong. Think and speak with your heart, okay? Communicate, communicate. All right, well, I guess that is me for today, everybody. And that was an interesting ride. So, I will be back here again 2 weeks' time. And my normal time slot is 10:30 UK time. And get those palms ready, okay? And I promise I'll try to keep the chattiness down, okay? So we can get more palm readings in. But if you have any questions at all about anything I said tonight, just reach out to me. You can find me everywhere, okay? Amber Patrick. Hey, Amber. You're in Ohio, too? Ah, I'm in Lisbon. I'm in Lisbon. I am in Lisbon. Okay, all right. Oh, I also, Mr. Producer here, just reminded me that in September, I'm going to be on a different day and a different time, getting moved around. I think I'm going to be on Thursdays, right, in September? Okay. And it'll be 8 p.m. UK time. So looking forward to that instead of 10:30. Yeah, I've listened to Richard snore a couple times. No. No, I'm just being mean to Richard. I'm just harassing him because he was harassing me. That's all. I've never heard him snore. I swear, I've never heard him snore. Oh, Terry, you're so sweet. Oh, you're very welcome, Wendy. And everybody, remember. Oh, thank you, Mary. Now, remember, everybody, you're very welcome, Grace. I'm trying to get this out. You are all so important. Not just to me. You are very important to me. You are. And it was an honor and a privilege getting to read your hands. Understand there is a lot more that I could say about your palms, but try to fit in as many people as possible. So, you are here. You are energy. And you are part of a bigger picture than you will probably ever be able to comprehend. Because why? Because we're all human. And just to tick Richard off, I'm going to quote Plato. He and I have talked about Plato quite a lot. The only thing you'll ever know is that you will never be able to know. I'm paraphrasing Plato. So with that being said, understand this. Scientifically, we're all energy, and energy just changes form. You're very welcome, Mary. Be yourself. Show everybody who you truly are, Mary. Let it all out. And thank you, Stuart. It was very, very great getting to pull cards for you. You take care. And remember, energy just changes form. And that's how things go. So without you, what would the world be like? So respect yourself. Take care of you. And I send you all love. Take care. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.